Caution! You're about to digest a product referred to as the Not So Yucky news. This news product is not recommended for viewers who have an insatiable need to swim in negativity. If after viewing the Not So Yucky news you find yourself developing a strong emotional attachment to it, we recommend doubling or even tripling your dosage. This product contains copious amounts of positive, inspirational, educational, and entertaining occurrences. Side effects from watching this program may include smiling, laughter, optimism, the perception of free flight, and extended periods of giddiness. In some cases, positive cerebral development was noted in non-laboratory humans. If carefree euphoria longer than 4 hours occurs, share it with a friend. This program does not require a prescription or copay of any kind. Please use flagrantly.
Welcome to the Not So Yucky news here on the Braincasting Company Network at Bally's Hotel and Casino in fabulous and very festive this time of year, Las Vegas. What is the Not So Yucky news? It's news that's not yucky. That simple, that rare. My name is Christina Vitaliano, and I'm the host of today's show, and we're going to start with the headline news, and Sienna is going to take us behind the Christmas scenes.
Hi, I'm Sienna Hernandez from the Not So Yucky News. Today is a little bit of a different segment. Today I'm here with
Kiss Kringle.
Elves. Nice to meet you guys.
Hi, Sienna.
Hi. Do you guys like working for?
Kiss Kringle. It's fantastic.
That sounds like it's really fun.
We're in elf negotiations with our union.
Sounds good. Today you are helping out.
Kiss Kringle.
Do you like working for him?
I think it's just the best job I've ever had. I've only had it since Thursday, but it's a blast.
There is no appreciation for us elves. We do all the hard work, while this guy takes all the notoriety.
Why don't you guys go on strike?
We're working on it.
Sounds good.
Elves unite. Elf strong.
Is this guy Santa or is he someone else?
Oh, he's definitely not Santa, Sienna. He's Santa's poor, bad cousin.
Oh.
It's his fault.
I agree.
So guys, you heard it here that this is not Santa. This is...
Kiss Kringle.
Do people ever tell you that you look like the elf from Buddy? You look like Buddy from Elf?
Huh?
That you look like an elf named Buddy.
Elf and Buddy? From the movie.
Yes.
My cousin. Yeah, he went to Hollywood and made all the money. I was stuck in the North Pole doing the work with low self-esteem.
LOL. That wasn't that funny. Okay, you need to work on that. Do people ever ask you if you wanted to be a dentist? Because I heard that you always wanted to be one.
I've always had an oral fixation for teeth.
Is it hard working for?
Kiss Kringle.
Oh, Sienna, if he could just respect the break times, it would be the best job in the world.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so these elves do not like working for.
Kiss Kringle.
I would recommend not to get this job. I'm Sienna Hernandez from the Not So Yucky News. Back to you, Christina.
Thanks, Sienna. Well, I think the moral of that story is never converse with elves. A little sarcastic, no? Just a little bit. All right, I think it's time to just take a trip long away from there. Welcome to Roadside America, where we've gone completely random, because we can, and mostly because I like completely random. If I had my way, I would not work at all, and I would literally travel the world, kind of like Michael did in the John Travolta movie. That would be what I want to do. Luckily, my husband's very happy I work. So anyway, today we are going to start in Amarillo, Texas, where they've got legs, and they've got huge legs. Why? Who knows, really? Just who knows why any of this exists? Although this was actually commissioned by Lightning McDuff sculpted it, but it was commissioned by the same guy that commissioned all the Cadillacs that are buried in Texas in that little kind of like a cool graveyard of just Cadillacs standing in the middle of nowhere. Well, same guy. Makes a little bit more sense now, right? I don't know, kind of. But his goal was to actually one-up a similar, and I use the word similar loosely, like really loose, statue that's actually in Egypt where there's a pair of Egyptian king's legs. He wanted to one-up them, put them in Texas and do something cool. So here we have a pair of legs and tube socks. That is all. All right, going on to the next thing. We're going to head over to Gainesville, Texas, because if you want a hug, this is where you get a big hug. These are two giant statues. One of them very obvious as it has the wording all over it. And the next guy, he just wants a hug. Why would you not want a hug from a giant guy in a blue outfit? So go there, take a picture, get a hug, and just move on with your life, because that's really all you can do at that point. All right, I think it's time to get some advice from a kid.
Hi everyone, my name's Ava, I'm 11 years old, and I know things. Welcome to Ava's Advice. I'm here to give you advice. Thank you everybody who sent in questions, so now let's read some. This question says, Dear Ava, there's a farm near my house that has reindeer. Can you tell me how I can teach them how to fly, like Santa's reindeer? Thanks, Jimmy. Well, Jimmy, this is a great question. The way that Santa makes his reindeer to fly is by this magical corn. The way that he gets his corn is by the winter warlock. Then that's the only way the reindeer can fly. But I don't think you can get your hands on this magical corn, because the warlock and Santa's lawyers have a locked up deal. So you're just gonna have to enjoy them as they are. This question says, Ava, my husband and I want to know what the difference is between epidemic and pandemic. Melanie. Great question, Melanie. And if you're talking about this stuff with your husband, you're obviously an adult. And it's okay to ask questions as an adult, but you should be able to find the answer. I'm a kid, and I know how to find answers. And if I told you the answer, I would just be enabling you. And I don't want to do that. So put on your big girl pants and find the answer yourself. You'll thank me later. This question says, Dear Ava, every Christmas my Aunt Carol comes to my house. She's real nice, but she always gives me a big wet kiss on the lips. It's kind of gross. I don't want to hurt her feelings, but I'm already stressed out about it. What do I do? Lindsay. Well, Lindsay, you're not the only kid, because a lot of other kids are dealing with these problems. And the way to avoid wet kisses is speed and direction. As soon as you see your Aunt Carol, you need to go up to her and give her a kiss on the cheek as fast as you can. And if she goes for the lips, give her a hug and tell her how much you love her. Let go and dart. That's all the time that we have for today. If you have any questions and need some advice, email me at ava@braincastinglive.com. All the information you need is on the screen below. Now remember, I'm Ava, and I know things.
As usual, Ava, thank you for that wonderful advice, and definitely different. And most importantly, if you are a kid, that's the best advice ever. Hug, dart. Wonderful advice. Let's go to some weird weather.
Time now for your weekend funky forecaster. I'm Martiologist Martin Farrell. Once again, we're at Monster Mini Golf. Winter weather has now completely covered most of the country, and it is the sworn enemy of physical fitness. The siren song of PJs in a comfy couch is all too commonplace, but not today. You and I, we shall forge ahead. We shall spring, mind you, and we will vanquish this foe, moving towards a more energized routine. Joining me today, my good friend, Dynamic Danny, step aerobics instructor extraordinaire. Danny, how are you today?
I'm great, Marty. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you very much for helping the viewers get out of the doldrums of just being a couch potato.
Oh.
So, step aerobics, am I correct? It's similar to martial arts, although less lethal. It has a variety of specific disciplines as well.
Yes, just like a dance, there's a lot of complicated footwork involved, but the most important part is to just keep moving and have fun.
Keep moving and have fun. So I'm ready to get into it. We're gonna do the weather somewhere along in here too, so I hope I have the breath.
Are you sure you want to wear that, though?
Am I
It's
gonna-
going to be
am I
pretty
gonna
warm.
overheat? Better?
There you go, perfect.
There we go. We need music though, right?
Yes.
Monster Mini Golfs have spectacular soundtracks for the golfers to enjoy. I'm going to select my favorite 80s song from the soundtrack. And I believe, if I'm recalling the period terminology correctly, it's DJ, scratch it, and give me a beat.
Well, let's get moving. All right.
Here we go.
Down tap, change sides. Down tap, change sides. Nice. Some good footwork there, Marty.
Excellent.
All right, how about some knee lifts?
Okay.
So lift that knee.
Lift that knee. Okay, I gotta do some weather. Friday. Plenty of sunshine. High temperature 47.
You getting warm yet?
Yeah. Saturday. A couple of clouds moving in the afternoon. High temperature 46. And then Sunday, those clouds are gonna overtake the skies, bringing some scattered showers. High temperature's 44.
You're looking good, Marty.
Thank you, and you are as well. Heart rate's getting up there. Quality quotient for the entire weekend. Because of rain on Sunday, 6 out of 10. Keep in mind, forecast inside any Monster Mini Golf, anywhere, is always 10 out of 10.
How you feeling?
I'm done. I'm out of breath. And I'm completely out of shape. Oh my gosh. That could be your weekend funky forecast. Once again, Dynamic Danny, thank you. I'm Martiologist Martin Farrell. Back to you, Susan.
Big thanks to Danny. And, Oliver, who would ever want to see a weather workout? But hey, definitely different. I think it's time for Creatively Earning. On this episode of Creatively Earning, this person actually started this now side business more out of the goodness of her heart. This is a person named Becky Taylor McArdle who actually makes blankets for dogs. A lot of really nice blankets. And again, the goodness of her heart is how all of this started. And she makes all kinds of different blankets that she actually gives to a dog rescue, and they get to wrap the dogs in the blankets to keep warm. Well, there's one blanket that's kind of extra special to Becky, and I think it's a really cool story. She made the blanket for a dog named Lemmy, whose owner got stationed suddenly overseas in the military, obviously, and he left the dog with what he thought was a friend. Well, it turns out the dog ended up being very sick and almost starving to death and had to get rescued from the rescue that Becky works with. And she made this really nice military blanket, hopefully to remind the dog of her owner. And the dog got wrapped in this blanket after it recovered a little bit. And they actually shipped it on Memorial Day weekend to the dog's grandmother, all wrapped in this blanket. It went 3,000 miles across country. So the dog is now happy and stationed with grandma, while the owner is stationed across overseas. Well, when the owner comes back, Becky has also made a blanket for the dog's owner, so dog and owner can rest and be warm comfortably in matching blankets. She's been doing this for a very long time and continues to do it, and tries to make sure that every dog that gets transported out of the rescue is wrapped in a nice blanket. That's a pretty cool thing to do, Becky. I love it. Well, because she's been doing this and it's been all over the social media, people have asked if Becky could make blankets, and they want to buy them to support this really cool thing that she does. So yes, you can. And if you'd like to visit Becky and ask her about her blankets, if you go to Facebook.com/Becky Taylor McArdle, and you can contact her directly. So a big thanks to Becky, and it's a wonderful thing that you're doing for the rescue. Well, if we keep in with the paying it forward theme, let's go to give away a $300 party pass at Monster Mini Golf. This is a point in our show where we give away a $300 party pass to somebody out there who's entered the party pass entry bucket. And that can be found at monsterminigolf.com/party pass. Doesn't cost anything to enter. You can enter on that website, and you'll be entered to win a $300 party pass to the Monster Mini Golf location of your choice It can be used for a birthday party, a corporate event, team building. We do not care. It's $300 to use however you like at any Monster Mini Golf of your choice. And again, go to monsterminigolf.com/party pass to enter. And we do this week. We're going to choose a winner live by this really cool thing we call our Glozo randomizer. And we're going to randomly pick a winner, and I'm going to count down from 5, and we will have a winner. So you guys ready? We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bam! And the winner is Cheri Rinky, maybe? Go Cheri! Go Cheri! All right, congratulations, Cheri. You have won a $300 party pass to the Monster Mini Golf of your choice. And again, if you'd like to enter for the next episode, we're going to go to monsterminigolf.com/party pass. Easy and free to enter. Now it's time for some rock. All right, so this is a little bit unusual for a rock and roll / music concert giveaway because this is none of those. But it was so cool that I wanted to do it because I didn't know anything about it. So this person is actually going to see King Kong live on Broadway. Who knew? Did you guys know there was a King Kong show live on Broadway? I did not. So that's pretty awesome. So the letter says, "Dear Not So Yucky News, this is a bit outside of the rock and roll category, but I'm going to give it a shot. I live in New York City and my son can't make it home for the holidays, but all is not lost. We got enough money together to bring him and my grandson here in January. Now we're going to have a great excuse to celebrate a second Christmas." That's a really cool attitude. So here's where the weird request comes in. My grandson has never been to New York City. His dad has been teaching him about the history of New York City and some of our wonderful architecture. His dad also taught him that a giant gorilla, so Dad, once climbed the Empire State Building. True, right? This is all true, yes. So now my grandson is obsessed with King Kong. Well, King Kong actually rocks, so your category is good. So do you think that I can enter to win 3 tickets to take my son and grandson to see King Kong live on Broadway? If so, this would be a gigantic Christmas in January. Sincerely, Francine Tucker. Well, Francine, I think that's about the coolest idea ever, so yes, we will buy 3 tickets for you and your son and grandson to go see King Kong in January. And please circle back and let us know how it was, because I think King Kong is pretty awesome too. So that leads us to, and how can you enter to win the Love of Rock and a pair of tickets to the concert of your choice, or oddly enough, the play of your choice? If you go to braincastinglive.com/Love of Rock, all you have to do is obviously tell us who you are, what you'd like to go see, where and when you'd like to see it, and most importantly, why. And we give away a pair of tickets to something of your choice on every episode. So again, braincastinglive.com/Love of Rock. That is all for that. And now it's time for our end time story. And keeping with the Christmas theme, we are going to hear from a little boy named Maxwell. And Maxwell says, "Dear Santa, can I have a rat-eaten snake this year? I've been really good, except that one time. You remember that one time, but I said I was sorry. Love, Maxwell." Well, last year, Santa ate all of his cookies, drank his milk, and left him with a hamster named Ted. Not a rat-eaten snake. So this is a story about a young ninja that waited all year for Christmas Eve. He put his skills to the test in the pursuit of one goal, to catch a glimpse of Santa Claus. But does Santa have some super ninja tricks of his own? We think so. This is a very, very funny and very creative book, and it's titled Ninja Claus, and it's by Ari Chung. And I think it's just a happy and fun and quite different Christmas story. So have fun, enjoy, and that actually wraps up our Christmassy show and holiday show, and we'll be back next year in January, and we're going to enjoy between now and then for some holiday cheer. Hope to see you then. You can find us on braincastinglive.com, youtube.com, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Apple, Google, and Fire TV, Google Play, Etch-a-Sketch, various drawing places, and again, this is the Not So Yucky News. It's news that's not yucky. My name is Christina Vitaliano. Have a wonderful, happy, and healthy holiday season. Bye.